Top 10 for Division I women's basketball goes as follows: South Carolina, Stanford, Ohio State, Indiana, Notre Dame, NC State, UCLA, Virginia Tech, Utah, Iowa. Teams outside looking at like LSU, Maryland, Michigan, UConn, Notre Dame, in no particular order. I will also say the only reason why I have UConn lower is because of that loss to Maryland. To me, they should not be higher than Maryland. And the only reason why LSU is not in the top 10 for me, look at the strength of schedule. It's cupcakes. They only play one Power 5 opponent, which I know, granted, some Power 5 opponents are not better than some Group of 5s. But at the same time, no top 25s. I mean, and look at all that schedule. And that's coming from somebody that knows the head coach and assistant coach. The trainer there. That's just to name some people. Yeah, I know them. Now, the AP poll has South Carolina, Stanford, Ohio State, Indiana, Notre Dame, NC State, Virginia Tech, UConn, which I think they should be lower, like outside the top 10, like I said, because they lost to Maryland. LSU, they should not be in the top 10 because of the strength of schedule. It's kind of like USC in football. They're in the top 10, but they have not played anybody. UCLA at 10, Utah 11. Those two teams should be in. Forget the last two. Iowa 12, North Carolina 13, Michigan 14. Those two teams need to be switched. Head to head should matter. Should matter. But not necessarily. Down the line, it's going to get proven out. I know. Iowa State 15, Maryland 16, Oregon 17, Arizona 18, Gonzaga 19, Oklahoma 20, 21's Creighton, 22 Kansas, Baylor 23, Arkansas 24. They dropped 7 spots, just like North Carolina did. And St. John's. Teams like receiving votes are like Louisville with 19, Duke with 18, Villanova with 13, Nebraska with 10. I think they should get more votes after beating Kansas. South Florida with 7 votes, Middle Tennessee with 6, Columbia with 6, Texas with 5, Alabama with 4, Marquette with 4. I think Kansas women should drop a little bit more. I know they lost in triple overtime, but you lost to unranked. You should drop a little bit more, like one more spot. Switch Baylor and Kansas. And like I said, some of these head-to-heads don't make sense. Michigan beat North Carolina. Michigan has the better record. Put them ahead of them. And I know Michigan's only loss was to unranked Toledo. I give them that. I know. But at the same time, head-to-head should matter in this instance. And like I said, for LSU, strength of schedule, terrible up to this point. And the only reason why Arkansas is even ranked, I believe, is because they want to give LSU a top 25 win if they win. That's the only reason why they would do that. Because normally, when you lose twice in 1 week, and I know, granted, the first game for Arkansas was against number 16 Oregon, and I give them that loss. But you lost to unranked South Florida. They should have dropped out of the top 25. And that's just some bias. It's there. You could see it. Now some top 25 games. There's nothing on today or tomorrow in particular, but number 21 Creighton versus number 8 UConn. If UConn loses that game, they should be out of top 10. No question. According to them. I already have them out. It's just a matter of will they do it. Of course, if Creighton does lose, I have to reward UConn getting a little bit closer to the top 10. And depending on results, I might put them back in. And of course, Creighton would then drop out of top 25 if they do lose. And number 14, Michigan better watch out for unranked Nebraska. That's just to keep an eye on if there's an upset to watch. Number 24, Arkansas versus number 9, LSU. This smells like trap game for LSU. You have not played a good opponent all year long, quality-wise, and not even a top 25 team yet. This is your first true test right here, and it's on the road at that. And it's a first game for LSU in like 13 days or something like that. So that's a upset alert to watch. And if Arkansas does win, I'm not going to be shocked. in 11 days, yeah. Now, that's on Thursday, and there's Friday, there is number 17 Oregon versus number 10 UCLA. Saturday, number 3 Ohio State versus number 14 Michigan, which makes a Michigan versus at Nebraska game very important because it's a trap game for your rival too. I mean, that's another reason. I mean, and Sunday, number 7 Virginia Tech versus number 13 North Carolina. And the thing is, it's 8 weeks and in the AP poll, and technically 9 if you include preseason. Things are going to get worked out. So the best teams are going to be ahead of who they should be. We'll have to just wait and see what happens. I just think maybe some of their bias needs to be cut down a bit. I mean, and I'm not being biased on my poll. I try not to be as much as possible. And I'm very logical on this. Because obviously Baylor does not deserve top 20 right now. They don't. I know they don't. But they should be at least a number 22. I would think. I thought Kansas losing should move Baylor up one more spot. I knew Arkansas lost twice. So they should have moved up. And Baylor won their only game convincingly while Kansas didn't. So that should have mattered a little bit more. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. It's getting to 500 subscribers now. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any other videos I do.